Our next destination was the Vittala temple complex. As a precautionary measure to protect the ancient monument that houses the stone chariot and the musical pillars considered to be architectural marvel of human genius, the Hampi World Heritage Area Management Authority had banned the movement of vehicles in the temple complex. It had also introduced the battery operated buggies for the convenience of tourists to reach the monument from the Gajjala Mandapa, covering a 1.3 kilometer stretch. As you approach the Vittala temple complex, you could see the remains of the Vittala market on both sides of the road. The market was known as the Vittala Bazaar and was famous for horse trading. The Vittala temple is an ancient monument that is well known for its exceptional architecture and unmatched craftsmanship. It is considered to be one of the largest and the most famous structures in Hampi. The temple is located in the northeastern part of Hampi near the banks of the Tungabhadra river. The iconic temple has amazing stone structures such as the incomparable stone chariot and the fascinating musical pillars. This predominant monument of Hampi is a major attraction of the ruined town and is a must see for visitors and tourists. The renowned Vittala temple dates back to the 15th century. It was built during the reign of King Devaraya II, who reigned from 1422 to 1446 AD. Several portions of the temple were expanded and enhanced during the reign of Krishnadevaraya, who reigned from 1509 to 1529 AD, the most famous ruler of the Vijayanagara dynasty. He played a significant role in giving the monument its present look. The Vittala temple is also known as Sri Vijaya Vittala temple. It is dedicated to Lord Vittala, an incarnation of Lord Vishnu. An idol of Vittala Vishnu was enshrined in the temple. Legend says that the temple was built as an abode for Lord Vishnu in his Vittala form. However, the Lord had found the temple to be too grand for his use and had returned to live in his own humble home. The Vittala temple is presumed to be the grandest of all temples and monuments in Hampi. The temple exemplifies the immense creativity and architectural excellence possessed by the sculptors and artisans of the Vijayanagara era. The Vitala temple is built in the Dravidian style of architecture. It has traits and features that are characteristic of typical South Indian temple architecture. Its elaborate and artistic carvings and magnificent architecture is unmatched by any other structure found in Hampi. It is believed that the main shrine of the temple originally had one enclosed mandapa. An open mandapa was added to it in the year 1554 AD. The temple complex is a sprawling area that is surrounded by high compound walls and three towering gateways. The temple complex has many halls, shrines, and pavilions located inside it. Each of these structures is made of stone, and each structure is a beauty in itself. Notable among these structures are the shrine of the goddess, also known as Devi Shrine, Mahamandapa or main hall, also known as Sabha Mandapa or congregation hall, Ranga Mandapa, Kalyana Mandapa or marriage hall, Ulsava Mandapa or festival hall, and the famous stone chariot. The Mahamandapa or main hall of the Vittala temple is situated in the inner courtyard of the temple complex. It is a structure of immense beauty and is situated on a highly ornate base. The base is decorated with carvings of various horses, swans, and several other ornamental designs. The Mahamandapa comprises of four smaller halls. The steps on the eastern side of the Mahamandapa are decorated with elephant balustrade. There are 40 pillars lining the facade of the temple. Each of these pillars has a height of 10 feet. The central part of the Mahamandapa has 16 intricately decorated pillars having beautiful sculptures of Narasimha and Yali. This set of 16 pillars forms a rectangular court. The ceiling of the Mahamandapa is a richly designed structure. The beautifully sculpted ornate pillars of the Mahamandapa exemplify the splendor of this magnificent temple. The musical pillars are found in the Ranga Mandapa. The Ranga Mandapa is one of the main attractions of the Vittala temple. The large mandapa is renowned for its 56 musical pillars. These musical pillars are also known as Sarigama pillars, indicating the musical notes emitted by them. The musical notes are emanated when the pillars are tapped gently. There are a set of main pillars and several sets of minor pillars inside the mandapa. Each main pillar provides support to the ceiling of the Ranga mandapa. The main pillars are designed as musical instruments. Every main pillar is surrounded by 7 minor pillars. These 7 pillars emit 7 different musical notes from the representative musical instruments. The notes emanating from these pillars vary in sound quality depending on whether the instrument is a percussion, string, or wind instrument. Tapping the musical pillars to emit musical notes is prohibited, as tapping over the years have caused some damage to the musical pillars of the Rangamandapa. The cluster of musical pillars inside the Vittala temple complex was carved out of huge single pieces of resonant stone. The emission of musical notes from stone pillars was a mystery that fascinated many people down the centuries. Even the British rulers of India were wonderstruck and wanted to discover the secret behind the musical pillars. To satisfy their curiosity and to unravel the mystery behind the amazing pillars, they cut two of the musical pillars of Vittala temple to check whether anything existed inside the stone pillars that resulted in the emission of musical notes. However, they found nothing inside the pillars. The Vittala temple complex has the richly sculpted stone chariot, which is considered to be the most stunning architecture of the Vijayanagara kingdom. Stone chariot was built in the 16th century by the orders of King Krishnadevaraya of Vijayanagara Empire. The emperor is said to have been impressed by the sun temple of Konark during the war with Kalinga and wanted to recreate a similar one in Hampi. The stone chariot or Ratha stands in the courtyard of temple. It is one of the three famous stone chariots in India. The other two chariots are situated in Konark in Odisha and Mahabalipuram in Tamil Nadu. The stone chariot of Vittala temple is actually a shrine that has been designed in the shape of an ornamental chariot. The shrine is dedicated to Garuda and had an image of Garuda enshrined into the sanctum. As per Hindu mythology, Garuda is the carrier of Lord Vishnu. The wheels of the chariot were once functional and could be rotated by the people. But some years ago, the government cemented the wheels in order to avoid causing damage to them any further. The Vittala temple is in a partially ruined state. The sanctum sanctorum of the temple once contained an idol of Lord Vittala. However, now the sanctum is devoid of any idol. The central western hall of the temple was ruined long ago during the attack of the Mughals that led to the downfall of the Vijayanagara Empire in 1565 AD. When we got out after the visit, there were already a good number of people waiting for the electric buggies for the return trip. Fortunately, there were a chain of buggies plying back and forth.